Hey there, my name is Mtogozi and welcome to my channel. So, I'm in the process of building a house in Zimbabwe while in the diaspora. I've seen fellow Zimbabweans documenting their journey of building while in the diaspora, and this in essence is not going to be a great departure in what you've seen before, but it's going to be different in many ways. I'm going to be bringing you small bite-sized episodes that are going to be packed with a lot of information. I'll be extremely transparent and I will share every detail of my journey. So in every episode, I'll give you a breakdown of the costs of everything, right down to the last cent. We'll start at looking for land, purchasing land, planning, hiring contractors, building from the start right up to the end. I'll try and give you advice on what to look out for, what's worked for me, and I'll discuss my failures too. So a little bit about myself. So I am a man in my mid-40s and I currently live in the United Kingdom. So my job allows me to travel to Zim often, so I take full advantage of it to make sure and ensure that I'm on the ground as much as possible. Because really you want to be there as much as possible when embarking on such a journey. Okay, so in this first episode, I'll be diving straight into the search for land, buying and navigating the process of transferring deeds and all that good stuff. So let's talk about my personal experience. Well, I took my time in my search and it took me over a year to find the right property for me. I wanted at least an acre in a low density area in Bulawayo. My target area was Benside, Riverside and Majamhlope really. I viewed a few properties, some I really liked, but I had to walk away for one reason or the other. So here's an example of one I went to view, and I went as far as having legal documents drawn up, but I had to walk away because the due diligence process raised some issues. It was a beautiful, almost 2 acres of prime land in Kabugo Heights. It was a shame that I had to walk away, but you have to keep your eyes wide open when you're looking to buy land in Zimbabwe because you can lose your money pretty quickly. And here's another property I viewed in Riverside, but again I walked away because the owner was in Australia and it would have been really difficult to have anything done in a manner that I would have found satisfactory and in the timeline that I desired. Eventually, I managed to buy this property here that I've been showing in the background all this time. What made things easier was that I knew the people that were selling. They knew I was looking to buy and they were selling part of their property that they subdivided. I want to talk about the process of buying land that's been subdivided, but I feel like it deserves its own video, so look out for that one. This piece of land here was being farmed, so it came with a lot of advantages really. So there wasn't really much to clear and it was already gated and walled. There was just the wall missing on the one side at the back. You can see at the front, so the property opposite wasn't really developed, so it's nice and quiet. There are roads, as always, Bulawayo roads need a little bit of attention, but this road here is, I think it's in fairly good condition. You can see that the neighbor on the one side already has a nice wall and a nicely manicured lawn at the front, and I'll be sure to keep up with them when I'm done building. Even though the gate and the walls are old, I will eventually get rid of them, but I'll do that in time because for now it's worth keeping them, and because I don't really have to spend money on replacing the walls while these are there, and they provide some security while I'm in the building process. So let's talk about the costs. Like I said, I'll be transparent, and I'll tell you exactly how much everything cost. So I paid 35,000 US dollars for this 1 acre. So all the figures that I'm going to be giving you are in US dollars, by the way. So I paid 350 towards the agreement of sale. Myself and the seller agreed to share the 700 US dollar cost, so my share was 350. I paid 1,270 for conveyance fees. I also paid 850 for stamp duty. And lastly, I paid 399 US dollars for the rates clearance certificate. Basically, the Bulawayo City Council requires you to pay 6 months of rates upfront before any deeds are transferred. So the grand total that I paid to buy the land and have the deeds transferred to my name is 37,369 US dollars. Yep, land is expensive in Zimbabwe, that's for sure. So in every episode, I'll have a section called the do's and don'ts, mainly based on my experience. So let's get to it. We'll start with the don'ts. So number one, don't buy land in somebody else's name. It doesn't matter if it's your sibling, your auntie, or even your parents. Things can get messy really fast. Relationships change, people pass away, and verbal promises can vanish. If you must, give them power of attorney so that they can sign on your behalf. Number two, don't buy land without seeing it in person. Yes, pictures and videos do lie. You know, that prime location might be next to a sewage trench. I mean, you're spending thousands. Spend a little extra on a flight and go and see it yourself. Number three, do not trust WhatsApp agents blindly. I mean, there are genuine agents out there, yes, but there are also professional scammers who come with glossy brochures and fake smiles. So it's worth cross-checking everything. Next one is, don't assume it's cheap through a connect. By that I mean, just because it's your cousin or cousin's friend doesn't mean it's legit. You might end up paying for land that doesn't exist or belongs to someone else. Next one is, don't skip documentation. I repeat, do not skip documentation. You know, a receipt written on a counter book just isn't enough. And the last don't for this time is, don't rush because somebody tells you it's a hot deal. If it's truly worth it, it'll still be there tomorrow. So take your time and verify everything. Do your due diligence. Okay, let's cover some do's. First one is, do take time to come home and view the land. You know, you can combine it with a holiday, and trust me, that visit could save you from a lifetime of a headache. Next one is, do use a trusted lawyer, not a cousin or some guy you know. You know, a real property lawyer will verify ownership, they'll draft agreements, and they'll protect your interest essentially. The next one is, this one's a big one, do verify everything with the local authorities. You know, whether it's council land or you know, private land or whatever, just double check everything. Double check with the Ministry of Lands, especially if you're buying, say, in Bulawayo. Check with the council and check with the deeds office. Next one is, do get a written and signed agreement of sale. And this agreement of sale should include people's names, ID numbers, the terms, payment details, and witnesses. There should not be shortcuts at all. And this next one might seem a bit trivial, but it's important. Keep all communication and payment records. Save everything. Save WhatsApp chats, email receipts, bank transfers, everything. You might need them later on. You just never know. And this one, take it with a pinch of salt, but do involve somebody reliable on the ground if you're not there. But supervise them. Even if you have a trustworthy friend or family member, still take charge and lead the process. You're the one that's investing, so do take ownership of this process. Own it. So buying land from abroad is doable, but you have to be smart. You have to move smart, ask questions, get help. Don't let emotions drive your decisions. You'll save yourself a headache. So are you thinking about buying land in Zim, or you've already taken the plunge? I'd love to hear your experience, the highs, the lows, the hurdles, and everything in between. So if you've got a question or you've got something on your mind, drop a comment below and I'll read them all and definitely get back to you. So go ahead and give this video a like. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that this is the kind of content that you're into, and it helps you to catch the next one when it drops. And hey, if you're feeling generous today, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.